Hi everyone, this professional high priestess here, and I'm back with another staying lane message. So I wanted to say thank you to you guys that have been patient. I've been away. I've been busy doing a lot of work, downloading different systems. Um, so that's what's been going on. I did want to say that. So now we've done the Mayan zodiac that I'm going to be doing on my Patreon lessons about that. So you guys can find out about new astrology, another round of karmic astrology, get to see the new signs as well, what they mean, their names. And then on top of that, for the indigenous Polynesian community, that's the Hawaiian community, the Samoan and Tongan community, the Maori community, the indigenous peoples that are in New Zealand as well as Australia. I was given a system to give you guys a system. So what's going to end up happening is there's some of you guys who are watching my channel. Please email me to get this system, or there's some of you guys who I'm going to reach out to because of the work that you guys do. And this is specifically for like land justice and land rights. So I started doing some of the sketches, but these are just some of the totems that I was given to download to you guys that you then take and then use in speech and use in spiritual warfare for like some of the land right battles that we're going through and some of the things that have happened like in Australia and whatnot. So in that system, there is 15. So I downloaded the 15 of the what you would call like hieroglyphs, quote unquote, or sigils. And then for the Mayan zodiac too, I had to download that. And then I've been doing a whole lot of work um, on about the upgrade of the star system, transformation of different systems, doing a whole lot behind the scenes. So that's why I've been a little bit away. If you guys want more readings and content, please go on my Patreon. Again, the warfare.io, it's a platform that you guys can go to and use for different needs, like justice needs, um, banishing negative energies, your business, dealing with illusions and confusion magic and shit like that. There's something on there for everything. So go please check that out. And then on top of the books that we have out there for free, as well as the Reiki book, and then some of the transitions that are happening with the energy system and internet system across the world. You guys can go and see some of that on there too on newchemistry.com. So I just want to let you guys know that those are some of the things that we have out there. Let's get into today's thing, Elaine. Okay? The deck I was just starting with this actually. Let's get started for today's thing, Elaine. Let's see what we have. All right. Let's see what we have for today's stay in your lane message. What message do you have for today's stay in your lane? Stay in your lane. 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 Hey, hey. What message do you have for today's stay in your lane? Okay. What message do you have for today's stay in your lane message? Stay in your lane message, please. Okay, we have hope. What message is this? Is saying that this card did not need to come out. Okay. Let's get into this. Messages for today's stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Or stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Hey, hey. Okay, we have old woman. There's a karmic force involved here. There's a young woman. This is supposed to come out. This is supposed to come out. This is supposed to come out in child. And then there's friend. So there's what I'm seeing in today's stay in your lesson, stay in your lane. There's sigh and then there's falseness. So straight off the bat, what I'm seeing here is there is two women that are friends. There's two women that are friends in a situation. There's three women that are friends. There is a child here that is going to be born, is already been born. There's a female that does not know that this child belongs to her, the man that she's like dealing with. And she has a friend or two or a family member or two that are pregnant by this man. And then there's an old woman involved in this situation, like a mother. This can be the mother of the pregnant woman or the mother of the father, of the child's father, the baby daddy. And that she's working to cause chaos and confusion for the woman that does not know. And she's working to cause chaos and confusion for in the situation where there's two women pregnant, the other pregnant woman. And then she's also working to create chaos and confusion for her son because this older woman is going to get exposed for doing love spells on her son to be in bed with the woman wherein he may have been entertaining the friend or he may have been entertaining another family member or something, and now this woman is pregnant. But there's some type of warfare going on here around this. Okay. I'm also picking up here too that a child is exposing a grandmother figure or auntie figure for some ratchetness that she had this child involved in or surrounded by. Clarify old woman. Mrs. You have an old woman. Okay, you got the Nine of Cups and then you got the Three of Cups. Yes, and this is what I was talking about with the Nine of Cups, period blood magic and stuff like that. But then also too, there's this Three of Cups, third party situation. Now, another thing that I'm also picking up here too is like there's like a group of older women that get together, and one of the women is like okay financially. She has different people around her doing spell work on her, giving her potions and stuff like that to try to get her money. That's coming out here now, and this needs to be looked at like severely. So that's what I want to say. There's also a woman doing caregiving, and there's a husband that's around or older man that's around and she's doing caregiving, and this man is a predator. So you need to watch out for that. That's the stay in your lane message. This woman that got involved in this with the Nine of Cups and Three of Cups, she's going to be very disillusioned. There's going to be a lot of dissatisfaction, a lot of things exposed about her too with the Moon card. I see somebody going after one exposure to another, to another, to another. I'm also seeing something where like a novella is coming to life. I'm also seeing something about like somebody's life being turned into a novella. I'm also seeing something about somebody finding out that their friend wants to go sell their story or their personal business to like the media or something like that for like telenovela or some shit like that. For those of you guys who don't know what novella is, it's like Spanish TV, like Spanish soap operas, but I see that. And why I say novella, because you guys know novella is different than like other type of TV. Somebody here is creating novella. I'm also picking up that somebody's purposely like taking like cues and drama from novellas to like enact in a group just because they're bored. Somebody here is very messy. Clarify, young woman. What is this? Clarify, young woman. Yeah, you got the Ten of Swords, backstab and betrayal, right? And then you got the King of Swords too. Also, somebody got their coworker pregnant, or there's something about babies coming up at work, or abortions coming up at work, or forced abortions coming up at work, or even miscarriages coming up at work. That there's that happening. This King of Swords, whoo, and this Page of Pentacles. There's a man here that their child is having like health issues because somebody. It's like his coworker though. This is like a very specific. Some masculine has a baby on the way, or it has a baby. There's some karmic, like a coworker or a friend that I wanted to mess with him that they work together because there's money involved here or reputation. That went to go has a baby, and this female wants to go play with magic because she can't get involved. There's another thing here too where there's something about a pregnancy or a child or a miscarriage or an abortion that's causing chaos and strife in somebody's reputation at work. It's like somebody had two people went behind the scenes and got pregnant and had a baby, and it's causing strife in a work relationship. Like people cannot make money, they can't get jobs, their reputation is ruined here. And I feel like somebody did that on purpose. And that's what I'm seeing here. Now, what I'm seeing here with this Ten of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles is somebody betrayed somebody in work and it tampered with their reputation, or somebody passed away. That's another thing I'm seeing. This older woman could be involved in this. Somebody passed away and everyone's talking about it at their job, and somebody's hand is in this, or somebody's going to get exposed for this. I feel like with this Ten of Swords, it could be a woman or a man. Either way, there's somebody here was involved in orchestrating somebody's passing, and their name is coming up with it at work. I feel like somebody underestimated like how far justice is going to go in a situation here too. This can be something that's coming out. I see something about water, like a water, people that live by water. This can be like some like New Jersey or Connecticut, or even down in like Guyana, even Brazil, even like Latin America, even the Caribbean. But I see this water responding to a group or individuals in regards to restrictions. So there can be something about like a fishing town or planting town or something like that, and people are not able to get like what they need from the water because there's curses there, karma, magic. Hey, there's a Montecito here. There's like a bad curse. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's done for here. I feel like another thing here too with this Ten of Swords, nature is responding to somebody and giving them like what they put out. So you wanted to put out barrenness and drama and lack of fruitfulness for someone else, graveyard dirt magic, whatever. I'm gonna do that to you. So I feel like nature is somebody's communing with nature one to one. I'm also seeing somebody age overnight. Somebody lost their beauty here. Is another thing I'm picking up. Ten of Swords. A woman here has lost her touch or her beauty or her essence that God gave her because of some drama or chaos, and it's ruining her reputation. What's the friend card? You got the Wheel of Fortune, karma. Yeah, there's karma in this too now, and this Page of Cups, the baby, and Ten of Pentacles, DNA, because there's something about somebody here is being very crafty as well too. This has been coming up in terms of like people planning to try and have certain zodiac babies, people plotting to use the zodiac to bring certain children about, and this not happening properly. So like something like this, like let me get pregnant on Valentine's Day because that's when we'll lay. Oh, it's Scorpio and Libra season. Let's get pregnant now because of all the Venusian energy and Plutonic sexual energy. And then there's like chemical concoctions being created in the child through their zodiac chart with this Page of Cups that's damaging their DNA. So somebody is wondering about a child. Why is there a child that's sick? Why is there a child with emotional issues? It's because of the zodiac. But the zodiac is chemistry. So it's somebody went to go play a game and laid down at the wrong time. And that's how God like, gotcha. Don't you know that? Tell me, baby, baby, don't you know that? Don't you know that? I bet $1 million that you know. Now, this person knows that there's something that they did that is involved with this Page of Cups and this Ten of Pentacles, is what I'm seeing here. And it's going to come out in terms of this person has to think about how this came out with this child, because you see child here. This person is thinking about how this came out with this child. How did this get started with this child? What brought this all about? And they're seeing that it's their ways. So somebody here has to answer to their reckless ways in regards to how this is coming out with this child in this Page of Cups energy and something with DNA damage, like a trisomy or something like that. I'm seeing that there's a child that has a sickness, and I'm seeing like a little bottle of medicine. It's clear with like a silver cap. It's like those glass ones that are a little bit different. This can be through a droplet or syringe, but I see somebody putting like hair gel in it, like eco styling gel or some type of other chemical in it, hoping to make the baby sick. There's a secret like enemy around, like a friend or a cousin that wants this baby to pass so that she can step in and take over as the mate or the baby mama. And I'm seeing here that there's going to be a change in plans because whatever chemicals getting put into this child is actually causing them not to really mutate, but it's their body is fighting this off and turning them into not a mutant per se, but a beast. Because you see this beast with all those 10 swords and they're surviving those swords. That's what I'm seeing here. And I'm picking up here too that whatever this is very juvenile and childish, but it's going to create a lot of pain for a lot of people. So I'm not really sure why it's happening, but this is what's on the table for the stay in your lane, or this is happening and now it's coming up in court. Thank you. And this is where this Ten of Swords also was coming from too. Somebody could be finding this out and initiating this Ten of Swords on this female. I'm also picking up like you guys need to be careful with these hood fights and taking shit to people's jobs. Because I'm picking up like something started on social media, Seven of Swords, boom. Something started on social media, some type of warfare or some type of battle started on social media. And it's like, okay, let me just get my table together. Sorry, you guys. I like to have my back up straight when I'm reading because I feel like it's like helps me with the flow of energy and channeling and divinating. Anyways, I'm picking up here that, oh, why did I lose my train of thought? I'll get back to it. Let me bring this up because I'm picking up on the situations of the children, the babies. Right. So now it comes with this Ten of Swords in regards to what has happened to this child behind the scenes and why they may have certain type of disorders or delays or things like that. But more or less, this Ten of Swords I'm seeing is somebody about to get this Ten of Swords because of whatever has happened with this child. And this cannot be from. And now another thing here too was like some female, she wants to go have a baby by some dude, and like he keeps on showing her that other things matter more than this baby and her. That's what I'm picking up. I feel like you guys should stop doing shit like that because it just brings stagnation and decay and delay for yourself. I feel like somebody's like starting to see this, and somebody's getting karma. But like, and I was saying with the Ten of Swords, this child about medicine, something with a baby, and they have medicine that they have to take. They have certain like needs in healthcare. This person that's initiating this is working with somebody else behind the scenes. There's something going on. There's a few scenarios. If it's a mother, she's taking care of her kids properly, and there's a friend or a family member or something like that, or even a child's father intervening, putting shit in the baby's medicine. I see somebody putting coke in there. I see somebody just putting shit in the baby's medicine. I see her even looking like, why'd you do this? And not acknowledging the fact that the father does not work with the child. And this is a very shitty way to go about that. I'm also picking up here too that there's something with the baby mama that is trying to remove a child because she wants to go be with somebody else. This other man has another person behind the scenes, but it's setting her up just to see what's going to happen and thinks it's funny. There's another thing happening here where there's a family and they're worried about a child being sick, and there's somebody working within the establishment that's causing this, and they're going to get exposed. Right. Either way, with this Ten of Swords and the baby again, there's something about children being harmed here. Seven of Cups, children or a pregnancy. I cannot make this up. Children or a pregnancy that's being tampered with, and somebody's going to get the hammer for this nonsense. What's the child card? You at the page of wands, like I was saying, right? On fire, right? Tampering, right? Tampering with vitality too. Damage vitality. Somebody's wondering why their baby is colic. It's because of this drama. Somebody too is bringing themselves into drama by trying to defend somebody or support somebody, and it's bringing them chaos to their door. Somebody may end up getting their child taken away by aligning with some people here too. Is what I'm picking up on. And somebody knows that and just wanted it to happen. Wow, in the stinger lane is very interesting. I'm also seeing that there's a lot of information coming out about children or something about children all of a sudden. There could be something about like occupation. This could be the foster care system. This can even be like the child, the medical system, like new discovery on autism, a new discovery on mental health or something like that. About something with the child. I feel like there's a masculine energy too that's been getting a lot of karma for not taking care of a child. What's this child card, please? Yeah, you got the main male. Yeah. Adjudication. Somebody's getting straight judgment. Some karmic is going to find out that her baby daddy's been watching her on Facebook or Instagram or something like that and has gathered up enough evidence to get her kids taken away. Some masculine that was actually, let's say, for instance, I see something with custody. Let's say, for instance, you play with tarot cards or you do something online or whatnot. It could not even just be OnlyFans or something like that. But you do something online or you do something that's alternative or you do something that's like whatever. Somebody is trying to use that against you in court and it's actually backfiring on them. It's showing their ignorance. There's something like that going on here. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing something about paternity tests coming out, like and being the final say in a matter, and that's done. What's the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles? What's the Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles? Yeah, the mature woman here, and this was kind of and the child card, and this is what I was saying was somebody playing games with this baby and starting a bunch of shit. I'm seeing something about a will here, exposing paternity. I feel like there's something about a will, and somebody specifically may have asked, or the insurance company just like, oh, just to make sure that you are the person, because there's a large amount of money. You can give us your ID and stuff like that and birth certificate, but we just like to test, right? I feel like there's going to be a policy that's enacted that stops some type of warfare in the family. I feel like there's something happening like, well, I'm the child, but yeah, but I was the favorite child, but yeah, like, but I'm a half child too. There's some type of like warfare that goes on in a family over money, over a will, over an estate that ends up like creating some type of explosion with paternity. Somebody knew this whole time. It's this old woman. She's getting her ass caught up because I see all this Nine of Cups and Three of Cups and cups of cups. I see a lot of illusions being created by this person for a long period of time, and this is coming to an end. Something explosive is going to come out here, and I feel like something may end up even in court, and the judge is going to side with this unorthodox like way of distributing funds. Like, okay, it goes to all my children. You are not a child. You are not their child, but this person is they have their blood. It's going to be some shit like this. And I'm also picking up that somebody's trying to get rights. Somebody wants to fight for rights over somebody's estate, over what somebody left behind and they have no right to. And this person's going to end up getting either knocked off and removed, or they're going to go through a harsh realization. And then you got the mature woman, and then you got child. Somebody's paying child support or being forced to pay child support, but their children are living with somebody else. Their children is either living with a grandma or an auntie or something like that. That's what I'm seeing here. Thank you, abracadabra. It's not root rot. It's radiation. I know. All my plants are fine. It's radiation. The etheric aspect of this plant that exists in space, they went up there to go put radiation on it, hoping it'll come into my apartment. And they damaged her a little bit, but she's really recovered a whole lot. She's recovered so much, I'm surprised. Because this was the whole plant, and it recovered, she recovered. Carmen. Okay. I'm seeing something about messages in nature too. Think of all the colors in the wind. I see somebody going back into like old movies, like Disney movies and old shows and stuff like that, and finding like a lot, like very valuable lessons in them. What's the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles? Yeah, you got Thief card. Yes. Now, and this is what I community, and this is what I was talking about with this baby here. And then also, with this Ten of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, I see somebody draining their job. Like I see, like, oh, I can still. Now this is different. I'm gonna take a roll of toilet paper. Oh, I'm gonna take some like Arima paper. I'm gonna like little things like that. Okay, whatever. those type of stuff they write in. They write those type of stuff off. I see somebody like tampering with budgets and a whole bunch of stuff, and now their job is broken. Like hella people can't get their paycheck. They're looking through their bank account and like other places that they can like scam money. I'm seeing a lot of that coming out right here with a thief. Somebody at the job is a thief, or somebody exposed this and went through gang stalking harassment, and there's going to be justice. Somebody got targeted and harassed over some theft at the job with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords, or how somebody got killed because of their job, or how somebody's job led somebody to get killed, and this is going to come out. I see like a plot and plan to try to keep some stuff like started exploding. I see getting fired from a job because they were stealing. I see somebody letting their friends or people steal at a job, and it's coming out. What's the Nine of Cups and Three of Cups? What's this old woman? Yeah, you got message of concern. Yeah, this message of concern, expectation, and this is the privileged lady. This karmic, this female is finding out something about this relationship, this marriage, this magic or this illusion that they've been trying to create. All these things that they've been trying to do behind the scenes, just third party. I'm also picking up like there's something about a mother trying to promote a third party because she wants to live through one of the women. Like, my pussy is your pussy type of thing. And that's not really true. That's very like extreme. I'm also seeing something too about like the type of tampon that you're using is influencing your periods. So you need to like clean that up. Like there's a chemical in the fibers. I'm seeing too that you tied with somebody to create a child and their DNA is tampering with your DNA. I'm seeing that the DNA in a child that's basically the culmination of the mother and father share is being targeted and tampered with. I see a child telling on a mother's boyfriend or something like that, or a teacher, or a teacher's assistant, right? I see somebody getting depositioned or like called in. Basically, deposition is when you come in, you have to give your side of the story to both the both lawyers for the side of the party, as well as like the DA, prosecutor, or whatever, so that like they know what to do next and they have like the information on record and da da da. I see some of that type of stuff coming up. I see somebody lying in those depositions. I see somebody trying to like target somebody because of those things. I see something about charges about witness tampering here. I see like a mother, her son involved in a case and like doing something that's going to be considered witness tampering here. I really, really see that. Or with the child, I see a child as a witness or the DNA of a child being used in court. I see the DNA that came from a specific medical procedure, whether that be like a medically induced abortion, coming out. I see somebody getting blood drawn from the placenta just to keep this in case it comes up again. I see blood that was drawn unbeknownst to somebody's like knowledge from a child, and that's being used behind the scenes to handle like a lot of like cases. I see somebody doesn't know their baby daddy's a killer or their baby daddy's involved in bullshit, and they're using the DNA from that child to like solve a lot of shit. Damn. That's what I'm seeing here. This is like wild. What I'm seeing. Right? And I see somebody getting paid off, like hide this child or abort this child or kill this child or lie about this child. Give them this and give them that to hide some crime here or hide something that has gone on here. Woo! There's some chaos going on right here that's going to explode and destroy a lot of people. I see somebody passing away because they exposed somebody as a, and this person that may have passed away because they exposed somebody as a thief, they're coming back to talk about what happened. I see somebody getting harmed or tampered with in a community and it destroying everything economically, and people trying to figure out why this is happening. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. I've been listening. I kept on hearing Smokey. I love that song. There's something about that song There's some lyrics in that song by Smokey Robinson. Ooh, baby, baby. Right. There's something in that song. Or somebody knows that song where that's your era. Or this happened during that time of that song. There's something that's going to get exposed about a legacy family in one of these hoods. Chicago, stand up. Something's going to get exposed about one of these hoods about somebody that orchestrated some fuckery long time ago. It's going to come out with something with the will or all their messy children that now have great grandchildren and grandchildren coming out, and it's going to expose this man that may have passed away or woman that may have passed away a long time ago into some fuckery. I'm seeing something about riots here, something about Detroit riots coming back up because there's a motherfucker that survived and they orchestrated more chaos than they can handle. And I'm seeing something about Philly getting pulled into this. I see 3 generations of men like that were tampered with, but the line is still strong. And I see that line coming down to pick out parts of the pieces of that bloodline, ten of pentacles, and 10 of swords that have been damaging the whole rest of the line. I see a lot of karmic retribution coming down here, and somebody doesn't know what to do about it. Ooh, baby, baby, Page of Swords. I can't stop crying. I can't let you go. There's something going on here with this Page of Swords too. I'm crying. Somebody's tears got left at a crime scene. How did that happen? This is gonna happen. What's the Ten of Pentacles? Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. What's the Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune? You had the Justice card, right? And Empress. Something's gonna come out. There's a woman here, a matriarch. Like I said, there's something that's gonna come out right here. And then what I'm seeing about these riots and these fights is like it's the way that it was orchestrated is somebody had a smart idea to keep a drama going for life, just off some messy shit. And I'm seeing here that the 3 generations of men, the last generation is now they're having their children and stuff like that. And there's a lot of chaos and drama going on in between. But I'm seeing here that somebody wants to reinvigorate some chaos or some drama or some conflict and strife, and it's not going to go the way that they thought it was going to go. But I feel like this is the last hurrah. It has to end, and there's going to be like bloodshed or some type of conflict behind this, and it could be initiated with this baby. Something happens to somebody's baby, or somebody plays with somebody's child, and it's going to initiate some type of warfare and beef. That's very lethal. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles. Woo, and the Ace of Swords, clarity and truth here. And somebody's gonna get left behind. But I'm also seeing somebody initiated a demon as somebody. I feel like you people, some people like to play games where they like make people mad to see like, oh, I just like to get a rise out of people. I just wanted to make you mad, right? And I see that happening. And with the Ace of Swords, I see somebody's head getting put on a platter, right? Like you see how he's like striking that iron, like as it's still hot to like create a sword. Somebody's gonna get hit with like a very lethal weapon here, or somebody sharpening their sword to deal with this karmic that likes to start shit. I see a shit started getting handled though, because whatever they've been orchestrating is like out of the realms of understanding. I'm also seeing something about like a fish market or something about like a store in an area, even a bodega. But I'm seeing something about like people that work at a fish market and somebody's wondering why the food is going missing or what's happening behind the scenes, or are they catering or using the food from the business to cater for somewhere else? That's strange. I said something about that at the job. I'm also picking up here something about like that store being used for the equipment in a restaurant or a store or like a butcher's mart being used for other things, and it's creating like a backlash effects. Ooh. I see something about Hell's Kitchen, New York. I'm seeing something about a meatpacking district or a food district here. Somebody needs to be careful. Mhm. Baby, baby. Right. Now, something that's coming out here is clarity and truth not about a child too, and it's causing somebody to be in poverty. Basically, what I'm seeing here is the misuse and abuse of the reproductive element and the misuse and abuse of child rearing is coming back to bite somebody hard and tough. And then I'm also seeing here too, like loyalty. Somebody took somebody else's loyalty for granted. Somebody took somebody else's like kindness as a weakness, and now they're suffering. And I feel like this somebody brought this on themselves. So there's a lot here in regards to people bringing this on themselves. I see something about insider trading and contract opportunities being tampered with. I see it's something about a community where several people keep on passing away, or somebody passed away and several people involved in that person's passing. Here, Page of Swords, Ten of Swords. I see the heights of the high Ma'at coming down to bring justice and chaos to end the situation. I see people have been misusing and abusing using children for several as a people have been using children as a mechanism for warfare. This keeps on coming up, and I see this backfiring. I don't know who this is. Wow. So these things are going to be very different. I think, which is like wow. But what I'm going to be doing is like I'm not going to be doing sign specific readings, but 2023 is coming up, so I'm going to be doing like what should you expect for all signs. I'm going to be doing that, or just like general astral read. I mean, the old astrology is like done for, so the new astrology, like really, what can I tell you, right? Like, oh, up your magnesium, make sure that the enter Stargate 3239, right? Make sure close Stargate 432, right? Like stuff like that. It's very interesting. So you guys, I hope you enjoy. Again, warfare.io. Again, my website, everything's on there. Readings, yes. For the meantime. And that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.